They describe it as like an ensemble cast of losers and misfits, and I think no, that's what England's like. No, most people look like me and Brian Gittins. We don't look like Johnny Depp.
Do you have a favourite character when you look back?
Yeah, it changes every time, and it depends for what really. I think Anne on the bench is my favourite in terms of she was there to show the kindness of strangers, and she's important. She saves his life.
Yeah.
So does the dog. The dog, it's not a Disney film, there's not tricks, but I wanted to show that dog saved his life, both literally and metaphorically. In terms of comedy, I think Brian Gittins might be... I mean, he's such an oddball, and he says some of the worst things ever, but, there are people like that. And it's funny as well, because some people think that they describe it as like an ensemble cast of strange losers and misfits, and I think no, that's what England's like, because they're used to watching ER when everyone looks like George Clooney and Brad Pitt. And I go no, most people look like me and Brian Gittins. We don't look like Johnny Depp. That's normal.
When you're writing characters into a series like this, have you ever had a situation where you've created a character and then it's surprised you how much the audience have really taken to a particular character? You're like, oh, I didn't necessarily see that. There's a character in this third series that, for me, I'd love to see a spin-off of. I absolutely adored.
Which one is that, without spoilers?
I will say the actress's name,
okay.
And that is Kate Robbins.
Oh,
howling,
yes,
howling with laughter.
Yeah,
howling with laughter.
The good thing about being around as long as I've been around is that when I come up with a character, I know the perfect person to play it. When you first start out, you write characters that might be based on your life or whatever, and then you try and find an actor that looks like them and talks like them and can do the job, and you audition, and then the second series, you know what you're writing for. Whereas now, with this, I cast before I started writing it.
Right.
Because I knew who I wanted to play, and they all said yes. In fact, when I called up Kerry Godliman and said, oh, do you want to play my dead wife? She went, what, I'm a corpse? I went, no. And they all say yes, and then you can, get to it. So I offered her the job before I'd finished writing it, because I just knew she'd be perfect for it. And yes, she's one of the little local news stories, and she plays someone in Run Review would described her as the Tambry Jackie Collins. So it's so much fun. It's so much fun casting, because I already know they can do it, because there's a bit of their DNA in the creation of it, and when you've worked with those people for so long, they can do it. So there's no angst, there's no worry, there's no getting onto set and go, oh my God, they were good in audition, but they're awful. I know them.